Hey Dad, what's today's daily crypto news?
Well, I just want to talk a little bit about the Ripple network, the RippleNet, that utilizes XRP to transfer value from one place to another, and SWIFT, which is the traditional system we've used that is slow, expensive. It's got a lot of friction. There's a lot of little checkpoints at the bank, at the government level. When it gets to the other side of the ocean or wherever else you're sending it, there's friction there. There's expenses there. There's delays there. It's very inconvenient. And so some people have said, well, yeah, but it's a predominant technology. Well, technology is always there to be replaced. I mean, are we using landline phones anywhere near as much as we once did?
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Or postal service as much as they used to.
There you go. Case in point. And so these are the kinds of things that you need to pay attention to. So I like how it's described here in this little interview between Brad Kimes and Paul Barron. They're discussing what's going on in the background, and they mention things like Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister, President of Italy, trying to repatriate her gold from the EU systems. And you're going to see a lot of other countries doing that. I've already heard about other countries doing exactly that, trying to repatriate their gold. And it makes sense because they know what's coming. Thus, you've seen the value of gold go up.
Yes.
And all metals, because they're positioning, they can read the tea leaves, right? It's not such a big secret if you know what to look for. But this supposed battle between Ripple and SWIFT, the only difference between Ripple and SWIFT is that SWIFT has all the friends in the right places right now, but they don't have the tech. And they're not going to be the bully or the king of the mountain for much longer, because Ripple's got a much bigger mountain it's building with even better friends, and it's recruiting some of the other friends. In other words, what I'm trying to tell you here is, banks like making money, people like making money, and you're not going to use technology that doesn't help you make more money faster, easier, cheaper, better customer service. Great customer service. Let's say you can transfer $1 million from one place to the other in 3 to 5 seconds instead of 3 to 5 days, and you can do it for 2 pennies instead of $20 or $200, whatever the case may be. You're going to use the other technology. You're going to use that newer technology, and it's all done with the message and settlement in one shot, whereas SWIFT, you have a message system, is all SWIFT is. SWIFT is nothing but a text message from one party telling the other party, here comes a few bucks for this other person over there in your specific country through a specific bank to a specific person. And that's a text message. Whereas XRP and Ripple are a complete settlement tool. Message and money all in one. And so you're going to listen to Paul Barron kind of describe this to you. So give it a good listen. Words mean things. Ripple is acquiring companies. Yes.
They have been the whole time we've been talking about it.
For years, they've been acquiring things. So they're positioning quietly, proactively, moving forward every single step of the way. Those dominoes are falling. So check out the video. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and bookmark. And we will see you guys on the next one. Till next time.
Adios.
Does that sound like Ripple is preparing for the open traditional financial market to use this innovation and technology for the betterment of their business and customer?
Yeah. Well, I think you look at just all of the strategic plays that Ripple has made. Some of the things that are playing into this now, and I just wonder, I was even watching a little bit around what Pantera Capital was saying on CNBC this morning, and they basically said the same thing. They said, listen, we're probably going to see Ripple going head-to-head with SWIFT very significantly, and this, of course, is traditional Wall Street saying this.
Yeah.
The result of what Pantera was going at was that there may be a weakening in SWIFT and the EU. Remember, Giorgia Meloni, did you hear this news? So she's moved.
Tell me.
Okay. All right, so she's the Prime Minister of Italy, moving these massive amounts, basically all the Italian gold reserves.
Yes, I did.
Trying to move that out of the EU. At some point, when you start to see gold reserves shifting into all these nations away from the centralized EU configuration, eventually you're going to need, mark to franc. You're going to need the lira to franc. You're going to need the lira to the pound. There's only one way to do that. So if this is starting a domino effect, if you think Hungary's already talking about this, Slovakia's talking about it, I mean, we could see within the next 2 years a completely fractured EU, which would break apart SWIFT dramatically because there would be no need for it almost. and Ripple would be setting up in the perfect spot. What do you think about that?
Well, I think you paint a perfect picture of what